We have a clue that a lot of people do not like this guy. This is an interview with the BBC. Let's see what they have to say.
We are doing an interview with you.
It's so funny how they always want him to be interviewed by a woman to stir up some emotion. It seems like there's a lot of planning that goes behind him being interviewed by specifically a woman, you know? Maybe she will express the views better because the charges or what he was charged for involves children and women. What do you guys think?
Because you're facing some very serious allegations.
Correct.
Rape, human trafficking.
Yep.
And also because there's a great deal of concern about the things you say and the impact that they have on young people, on women.
I don't think the concern's about the things I say. I think the concern is for the level of influence I have and the reach I have.
Let's start with the allegations. Have you raped anybody?
Absolutely not.
Have you trafficked anybody?
Absolutely not.
Exploited any women for money?
Absolutely not.
But you have admitted using emotional manipulation to get women to work in the webcam industry for you.
No. We have an open criminal investigation. I am absolutely and utterly sure I'll be found innocent. I know the case better than you. I know it intimately and you don't.
Wait, this interview was cut short, guys. Bear in mind, this is not the full interview, so they might have cut this interview to their favor. So let's just...
I've seen all the criminal files and the evidence against me and you haven't. I know the truth of what happened and you don't. And I'm telling you absolutely and utterly, I've never hurt anybody, that the case that's been put against me is completely and utterly fabricated. And I'm never going to be found guilty of anything. And it's very difficult for me to answer your in-depth questions because we're sitting here inside of the territory of Romania. I'm beholden to the Romanian legal system, and I'm not going to incriminate myself.
Let me read you then what you have said about what you have done.
Sure.
You have said, my job was to meet a girl, go on a few dates, sleep with her, get her to fall in love with me to the point where she'd do anything I say, and then get her on webcam so we could become rich together.
I don't think that's what I personally said. I think
that's exactly what you said on your website.
No, I've never said that. That's something that you found on the internet. Doesn't mean I've said it.
In your words.
And again, once again, if any female on the planet has a problem with me, I strongly recommend her to go to the police and try and pursue me for criminal charges. I'm actually such a nice person that I've never had anyone come at me.
The BBC has spoken to somebody since your arrest who says exactly those things, that with you it's all manipulation, there's an ulterior motive to everything you do.
Is this Sophie? Oh, it's Sophie, the fake name, no face.
I was so intent on wanting to please him and wanting him to be happy that I was just kind of, yeah, okay, do whatever you want.
And what is she accused? Has she accused me of a crime, this imaginary Sophie?
She's making the point that there is
She has not accused him of any crime. Wow. Not accused of any crime, but this imaginary Sophie seems to be saying quite a lot of things that they think that Andrew has been saying online.
Accused me of a crime.
Emotional or psychological manipulation.
I've asked you a question and I've allowed you...
Emotional and psychological manipulation. Is that a crime?
...into my house.
I'm asking you a question.
Correct, but you're not the boss here because I've allowed you into my house.
I'm asking you the question.
Correctly, and I'm telling you.
You get to decide the answers.
No, we're equal here. I've allowed you into my house. You don't come here with a position of authority. I'm doing you the favor as legacy media, giving you relevance, speaking to you, and I'm telling you now, this Sophie, which the BBC has invented, which there's no face of, nobody knows who she is.
The BBC did not invent her.
Of course not, and because you never invent anything. And she's not filed criminal charges against me. What are we talking about here? What is she saying?
We're talking about emotional manipulation into the sex industry for your financial gain.
Absolute garbage.
I'm describing women who are going to court to accuse you of rape and human trafficking, and I'm describing women who have spoken to the BBC at length,
Sophie doesn't exist,
and other media organisations about what they say is emotional manipulation and coercion, and I'm quoting back to you your own words where you describe
they're not my words.
Coercion and emotional manipulation.
They're words you found on the internet. And Sophie doesn't exist.
On your
so let's
website,
move on to the next subject.
in your voice.
Move on to the next subject.
No, I think I'll stick on this one for a minute. So there's other places in that same...
But she's not even... I don't know, this doesn't seem like an interview. This seems like an interrogation for me. It doesn't seem like someone who wants to interview to get facts or to get information. It seems like someone who's got an agenda to get you to crack. So you can say something wrong, maybe use it against you.
Website where you say you get girls to fall in love with you and they do it because they love you, because they want to do what you say. convincing women to take part in some kind of business arrangement doesn't work long term because they're emotional. You've got to get them to fall in love with you. That's coercion, that's emotional manipulation, that's abuse.
What you've found are clips from the internet, some text from the internet, and you're going to sit here and tell me that that's the reason I should be...
Your website, your words.
It's not my website.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Check my website. Next.
Prove it.
It's the website you've taken down, and I wonder why those comments have been taken down.
No website's been taken down. My website is the same, and it's been the same for a very long time. You are accusing me, I'm guessing, what you're trying to say is you're accusing me, and you're trying to say that I'm guilty of the things I'm accused of, and that I'm emotionally manipulating people.
I'm saying that you have said you emotionally manipulated people here for your own financial gain.
No, absolutely not.
It's not only about the criminal allegations. It's a much bigger issue. You've got children's organisations in the UK, you've got rape organisations in the UK, you've got the police naming you by name as someone who has a harmful influence on children and on women in the UK and elsewhere because of the things you say, because of the way you present gender relations, the way you say men should treat women.
That's very upsetting. And the reason that's very upsetting is because I know that's not true. I'm genuinely a good person. I believe my impact on the world is positive.
The reason we're asking you about these comments is because we've got the chief executive of Rape Crisis naming you individually as spreading a dangerous ideology of misogynistic rape culture.
Absolutely.
Wow. Remember what they tried to do to Jordan Peterson? For all those who know Jordan Peterson, remember how they were trying to make him seem like the bad guy, influencing the youth and young men to be toxic?
Absolute.
It's the comments you make that are leading people to say things like this.
Absolute garbage.
National organisations who are saying that are blaming you for increasing levels of misogyny. Schools that are saying they are having increased incidents of girls being attacked, of female teachers being harassed.
If that was
by
true,
pupils because of you and your teaching and your influence.
That's absolute garbage. I have never, ever encouraged a student to attack a teacher, male or female, ever. I preach hard work, discipline. I'm an athlete. I preach anti-drug. I preach religion. I preach no alcohol. I preach no knife crime. Every single problem with modern society, I'm against.
But
I'm teaching young men to be disciplined, to be diligent, to listen, to train, to work hard, to be exactly like me. And I'm saying that if men grew up like me, which are hardworking and diligent and emotional control and stoic, we're going to have a better society, not a worse society. To sit here and say that schools in England, which is a failing nation, which has knife crime going through the roof, violence going through the roof, men's mental health going through the roof, and they're going to all blame me because I appeared on the internet 1 year ago.
You sell an image of success.
Disingenuous. It's disingenuous.
You sell an image of financial...
She doesn't also want to listen. This is kind of... I don't know, man. This is a bit... it's not something you'd sit and enjoy. This interrogation, it's
success
just...
with a Bugatti and a cigar, but it comes with a side order of misogyny.
How?
Does having a Bugatti and a cigar come with misogyny?
I am asking you about things that you have said that have caused...
Every time he proves his point, or every time he has a question that he needs, clarification in, she always goes back. You said...
caused major national organisations, including the police, to worry about you by name. That's what I'm asking you.
It's not what I said.
It's about what you have said that has caused such concern in the UK. And I want to put it to you that you don't really care about the harm it causes.
That's not true.
Because
that's not true.
Making controversial statements like this online has made you a lot of money.
Okay, so first thing, I genuinely am a force for good in the world. You may not understand that yet, but you will eventually. And I genuinely believe I'm acting under the instruction of God to do good things, and I want to make the world a better place. I genuinely believe my legacy is a good legacy, and I believe that eventually, when the legacy media catches up, they're going to understand I'm a good, positive influence. I'm not interested in damaging the world for money, because if I was interested in damaging the world for money, I could have sold drugs, or I could make rap music and encourage everyone to stab each other like all the drill artists do.
Or you could make controversial statements online that attract a lot of followers who you then direct to your website, where they pay to learn how to be like you.
I mean, I could make jokes online. Who doesn't? I mean, I could make a joke online.
Are you saying that all the controversial things you've said are jokes?
No, I'm saying that these organizations and the BBC who are going to sit here and pretend that I am the face of damaging the youth is absolutely garbage. It's completely disingenuous.
It makes you money.
The reason, in fact,
what's wrong with him getting money with his views and what he says? It seems like the issue here is that things that he says are making him money more than the point that they don't have as the BBC trying to prove what are they actually saying.
Thousands and thousands of comments and have endless emails from women praising
Doesn't it worry you?
praising the fact that their sons are listening to me.
Does it not worry
the
you?
fact that
The things I'm saying, does it not worry you?
It would worry. It would.
Are you not concerned about your influence?
It would worry me if I was genuinely damaging the world. But for you to sit here and say, Andrew, you become the most Googled man in the world. You have billions of views, and one woman, is now saying that her husband is not the same man she wants him to be. When thousands and thousands of people are saying the opposite, well, then I would say
I've presented you with case after case after case, with quote after quote after quote of people who are genuinely concerned about the impact you're having, and you brush it off as if it's nothing.
No, what you have done is come here with an
opinions.
Agenda. You've come here with loaded questions. You've come here with things taken out of context. You come here with things that you don't understand are satirical, and then you're going to also sit and say that one woman said that her boyfriend changed when he watched one of your videos. And then I don't know what you expect me to say to that.
Sarcastic, and jokes.
No.
That's how you explain the comments you make.
For you to sit down.
Would you like to apologise for any of them?
For you to sit down. For you to sit down. It's fine. No, it's fine. It's easy. For you to sit down and say.
Wait, what happened?
Sit down. It's fine to sit down. For you to sit down. It's fine. No, it's fine. It's easy. For you to sit down and say that one woman...
That's probably one of the team.
That her boyfriend watched an Andrew Tate video, and now he won't do the dishes.
Schools.
Or whatever your argument is.
Police.
And that I'm somehow the worst, most dangerous man in the world because I have a car. It's just disingenuous. If you actually watch the things I say, if you actually watch my comments about women, I've done long podcasts for hours long about females, talking about protecting for them, providing for them, how I believe a woman should be treated in a relationship. I've done all of this.
Andrew Tate talking there to Lucy Williamson. Well, let's go straight to the news.
Nah, Lucy didn't do...
Go straight to our education editor, Branwen Jeffries, who's there for us. And Branwen, I know that over the last recent while you've been talking to so many teachers about Andrew Tate. How concerned are they about the stuff he pumps out?
Matthew, teachers have spoken very vividly of how they are deeply worried about how the language, the attitudes, the behaviours that Andrew Tate models in his content are having a far-reaching influence on boys as young as 10 and 11, and certainly older teenagers. That, they say, is translating into a culture where casual sexism is normalised in UK schools, where the kind of language that you might hear in some of Andrew Tate's videos are then repeated by children back to teachers, and that, along with other online content, is contributing to sexual harassment in schools, to sexual assaults in schools.
In terms of what we were just listening to and what you've just said about concern from teachers, how are they actually combating all of that? And in terms of conversations you have with pupils, what sort of proportion?
I think, I don't know, man. I'm already tired of this video, to be honest. I think they just should come with actual facts and pull out actual things that on video that he has said and actually speak on that level, not hearsay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they should be actual. I don't think there's even one video or a couple of videos of teenagers or young people going about spreading like wildfire, destroying property or insulting people. And you can tell that, okay, this is an Andrew Tate follower. You know, he made points about music and how it influences people to do bad things. I'll have to watch more videos. I've never watched a lot of Andrew Tate videos. But I would say the ones I've seen, some of them, it's like someone who's expressing their opinion. And he's been talking about improvement for young men, actually. Comment down below. Leave a link. What do you guys think? Did the BBC give him a chance to explain what he needs to explain? Or is this another agenda and interrogation on something that they're trying to push? If you have so much influence, it starts getting scary for certain people, because now you are actually activating people to think for themselves and you are actually teaching people how you view the world. Is that bad? Comment down below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.